Hello everyone. Today we are continuing with the same chapter, that is heat, and our today's topic is temperature. We are using the word hot and cold to describe the things around us. That hot, why we are using the hot word? If any body is hotter than our own body, then we say that that is the hot body. And if a body is at cold, when we say a cold body, if the body temperature is less than our own body, then we say that it is a colder. So more precisely, we are using a physical quantity to define this, that is the temperature, that how much that particular quantity is hot or how much it is cold. So temperature is one of the physical quantity that measure the hotness and coldness of the body. So in common, when the two bodies are at different temperatures, when they are in contact with each other, the hot body always loses the heat and the cold body always gain the heat. Mean the heat transfer from hot body to cold body. So heat is the energy that flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. That is a much precise definition of the heat also. Heat always flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. So how to measure the temperature? The process of measuring the temperature, that is known as the thermometry. So we are familiar with the use of thermometer. There are the different scales of thermometer. One is the Kelvin scale, Fahrenheit scale, and Celsius scale. So we will discuss how to construct all these types of scales. So temperature scales. A scale of temperature is constructed on the basis of the two fixed temperature that are called the fixed points. And two temperatures chosen is actually reproduced, right? And they have the definite values. For example, if we talk about the Celsius scale, then we are having the ice point and the steam point. The two fixed points are called ice points and steam point. Ice point is that point in which the ice starts melting or in which the water freezes. That's it. And steam point is that in which the water starts boiling. And if we talk about the Celsius scale, ice point is 0 degrees Celsius and steam point is 100 degrees Celsius. And if we talk about the Fahrenheit scale, then Fahrenheit scale is ice point is 32 degree and steam point is 212 degree Fahrenheit. And on the Kelvin scale, if we talk about the ice point, it is 273 Kelvin and steam point is 373 Kelvin. So these are the scales that you must remember. Three types of scales are there: steam point and ice point. Steam point and ice point are that I have told you already what are these, and you have to remember the values in different three kinds of scales. In Celsius scale, steam point is 100 degrees Celsius and ice point is 0 degrees Celsius. And in Fahrenheit scale, ice point is 200, sorry, in Fahrenheit scale it is ice point is 32 degree Fahrenheit and steam point is 212 degree Fahrenheit. And in Kelvin scale, ice point is 273 Kelvin and steam point is 373 Kelvin. So we will discuss how to convert these scales, converts from one scale to another. So if we talk about the Celsius and Fahrenheit scale, Celsius is having the 100 divisions, from 0 to 100 divisions, and Fahrenheit is having 273 minus 32, total 180 divisions, total 100 degrees, you can say. One division, that is called the degree also. So 100 units on the Celsius scale is equal to 180 division on the Fahrenheit scale. So it means 1 unit on the Celsius scale will be equal to 180 over 100. So that is 9 over 5 units on the Fahrenheit scale. So if you want to convert Celsius scale into Fahrenheit scale or Fahrenheit scale into Celsius scale, then you must remember that Celsius scale is starting from 0 degree and Fahrenheit scale is starting from 32 degree Fahrenheit. So it means if you want to convert Fahrenheit into Celsius, then or Celsius into Fahrenheit, right? Suppose C is the Celsius temperature on the and F is the Fahrenheit temperature, then F is equal to 9 over 5 C plus 32, means we have to add 32 in this. Is it clear? So similarly, if we 1 unit on the Fahrenheit scale is correspond to 5 or 9 units on the Celsius scale. Is it? So this, if you want to convert C F into C, then it is C is equal to 509 F minus 32. So you must remember this relation, K is equal to C plus 273 is equal to 509 F minus 32 plus 273. This is the relation of three kinds of scale, how we can convert from one scale to another. So there is one example solved on this. We are given Fahrenheit temperature, we have to convert it in Celsius. So simply you have to put the value of F into the formula, that is C is equal to 509 F minus 32, is it? So it F is 98.6, that is given. So it corresponds to 37 degrees Celsius. So 37 degrees Celsius can be converted into Kelvin again. So simply use this formula, K is equal to 509 F minus 32 plus 273. So this way it can be 310 Kelvin, right? So this are the different examples. We can convert one temperature scale to another. Then we have the thermometer. We have done, or we are knowing about the thermometers also. You might have seen the clinical thermometers that the doctors are using to check the body temperature. So it is having a uniform tube, and in which there is a very fine tube is there, and a transparent tube is there, and inside this one shiny black thread is there, that is actually the mercury, right? It's a shiny thread that is called the mercury liquid inside. Mercury liquid rises when the heat is given to this. So expansion in the mercury, that is the basic principle of the thermometer, that is used to measure the temperature. You can see here the two types of temperatures are two types of thermometers are given: clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer, that is ranges from 35 degrees Celsius to 43 degrees Celsius. It is called its range. And laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. And bore of this, bore means that fine tube that is placed inside the big tube, right? The bore of the clinical thermometer is having one kink. Kink is just a bend. You can see in the diagram there is a kink. Kink is actually a bend in the tube, and this bend is not allowing the mercury liquid to fall immediately, is it? You might have seen the doctors are giving some jerks to the thermometer. Nowadays we are having the digital thermometers also, but these are the thermometers that are used regularly earlier also, and nowadays also we are using, is it? So this kink is there, that is, it's not allowing the mercury liquid to fall immediately. Means it gives us the time to note down the reading, that what is our body temperature. So why the jerks are given to the thermometer? Because that mercury level can fall down through this jerk, through this kink. And mercury, why the mercury is commonly used into the thermometers? It is having the several unique properties actually. Its expansion is large, as if we heat it to a small temperature, then its temperature rises more. Means if it expansion is more. Second is, it does not stick to the glass. As you might have seen, this water gets stick with the glass, and water gets stick with the utensils in which it is placed. But mercury is one of the liquid which will not dry your hand also. If you take it in your hand, your hand will not get dry. Means it is non-sticky. It is opaque and shiny, and it is easily visible. And it remains in the liquid state over a long range of temperature. It remains in the liquid state over a long range of temperature. So another type of liquid that we are using, it is the alcohol. Alcohol is used into some of the thermometers. So it is generally used in the thermometer that measure very low temperature, because it freezes at a much lower temperature than mercury does. Mercury can freeze little bit more at temperature, is it, than alcohol. So solid and generally gases are also used into the special thermometers that need to measure very high temperatures. So this was all about the temperatures. Thank you.